NOIAFT is here today with Alex Barreto, writer and director of Lady Hater. So tell us a little bit about your film.
My film, Lady Hater, it's a short film. It's basically about a self-proclaimed guy's girl who walks into the wrong room and finds herself in a all-female goddess retreat, which is basically her nightmare.
So you wrote it and you directed. Do you think it was easier being the writer and director, or do you think it was harder?
They're so different as opposed to being an actor. I think there's like such different parts of your brain, writing and directing. I think they all help each other out, but they're so different. In this case, because I wrote it and because the story was so personal to me, it was really easy. I had written the feature version of it, and this short version took me about a day to write because I had it so much in my head. And then it's so personal that directing it also was pretty easy to me. I mean, it felt pretty natural because I knew exactly what I wanted out of it.
So tell us a little bit about the feature film as well.
Sure. So the feature film is like an elongated version of this short. The feature is kind of the same thing as a self-proclaimed guy's girl who she ends up on stage, bashes all women in a comedy act that she does. She has to kind of hide away. Her mom sends her away to a retreat, and it ends up being a week-long goddess seminar. So she's kind of stuck there, surrounded by all the things she thinks she hates, but in the end really realizes it was really all of her insecurities all along, why she was pushing these things away.
So how did you know that you wanted to go into directing and writing, and you're an actress as well, so how did you wind up deciding this is for you?
Well, I think as an actor, for me, there just came a time when I just wasn't getting as many roles or as many good roles as I really wanted. So to me, it was a natural progression to kind of expand my knowledge within this industry. So I started writing first. And then producing kind of came out of nowhere. My husband was directing a short film, and I thought, oh, let me try producing. I'll follow the producer around. I'll see what it's all about. And a week or 2 weeks before production, the producer fell out, and so then I had to jump in and do everything. So I learned kind of trial by fire, which was great. So then I wasn't scared to move into the next project, and and then directing. I think with everything that's going on, and now female directors are being supported, it felt like the natural progression to finally try it and do it.
So you're from Staten Island.
Yeah.
And and you're half Puerto Rican, you're half Italian. Tell us a little bit about your heritage and your upbringing and how that's influenced you in your career.
Sure. So I grew up on Staten Island. I was surrounded by my Italian family growing up. Every Sunday, the big Italian dinners with the 20 courses or more. That was me until I was like 13. I met my Puerto Rican side when I was 11, and then finally integrated all that into my life. So I feel like, I don't know, I get to live like both worlds, and it's great. And I cook Italian and Puerto Rican equally well.
There you go.
So I feel like I could maneuver between both worlds. I think it's a nice, well-rounded life. I don't know.
So your film is premiering tonight. Where is it premiering?
Yeah, it's going to be premiering at the Regal Cinemas, Battery Park, 9 o'clock.
So you're going to be on the red carpet. Are you going to feel like a goddess? What's your advice to people on the red carpet?
I'm kind of the opposite of the goddess still. So I'm gonna do my best and put on an outfit and walk that carpet as best I can. It's gonna be fun. I got my whole family out here, and friends, and a lot of the crew's here, so I'm really excited to be here.
Amazing. And one last question. What's some advice that you would give to people trying to break into the industry, either as an actress, actor, writer, director, all that jazz?
Sure. I think on all levels, just do what you love to do, because I think everybody tries to do what's right and what people want, and I think the thing that ends up coming through the most is what you love to do and your thoughts and your ideas. Because I know even with this movie, like, I was scared. I was like, oh, I'm saying some weird things, but it's been embraced because I think it's really my honest opinion about things and my honest thoughts.
Amazing. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for your time. We can't wait to see the film.